What is up, guys? I'm back yet again with another one. So today I'm doing a trade recap. I'm going through all the trades that I took this week with all the things that I've been teaching you on this channel. I think it's very important that I show you that it is possible with the information that I'm giving you and give you the evidence as well of the trades having been taken. Okay, so with that being said, we dive into the first trade that I took. This one was a line of sensitivity trade. If you have no idea what a line of sensitivity is, this was my first ever YouTube video where I explained lines of sensitivity. So if you have no clue what that is all about, I suggest you go and watch my first video here on this platform so that you see how we go about this really profitable strategy. All right, so on the H4 on the volatility 25S, as you can see, I spotted a line of sensitivity right here. Okay, so one may be asking, why is this a line of sensitivity? Basically, I saw a wick rejection here, right? Another rejection here, right? And another rejection here. For me, that was already enough. If you've seen the video, like I keep saying on lines of sensitivity, you understand exactly what I'm going on about right here. Okay, so with these rejections, what I also saw was this impulsive wave. So you know the market moves in waves. It moves as an impulsive wave, as a corrective wave, and so forth. So those are phases of the market that are also very important that you need to understand. So I saw this impulsive wave, and this movement right here shows intention. This impulsive move shows that the market is intending to go downwards. And then followed by this impulsive wave was this corrective wave. Okay, so what is a corrective wave? A corrective wave is one that shows non-intention. All right, so the market is non-intentively moving upwards. Why is it showing non-intention? Because there's a mixture in volume of candles. So we have up, down, it's in waves. So the market doesn't really want to go up. It is just going up till it can get a fresh pocket of supply, of which we are likely to get it in an area of sensitivity. Okay, so basically, I was waiting over here and my entry was somewhere around here. Let's see if I can open up that entry for you guys so that you can see. I know I file my trades. Forgive me for that. You know, someone might be thinking this is weird, but you need to understand one thing. If something pays your bills and makes a living for you, you need to learn to respect that. Okay, so I organize my things, I journal all my trades, and everything is filed. You know, you need to be organized. I always emphasize be organized because trading will change your life. Okay, so V25S on the H4. Let's look at the trade. Okay, let's zoom in so that we see what's going on. All right, so obviously, as I always say, live account, right? And so this is the line of sensitivity I'm talking about, is this level here. I just drew a zone over it and I put arrows just as touches. So this is for me when I do my homework to say, okay, fine, I had a line of sensitivity trade and I obviously label it for myself. You know, that's how you're going to grow as a profitable trader. Okay, so the entry was made here. Let me show you on the M5 time frame what our entry confirmation is. Zero drawdown, you know how we do it. Entry was really stacked. I did not want to enter anywhere here. I was waiting for an order block release. So if you've watched my video, you'd know that I mentioned that you look for an M formation at the line of sensitivity. But in this example, the M formation did not print, so I sat on my hands. But however, I know that this region is a selling pressure region, so I started looking for order blocks, but not just any order blocks. On the M5, I was looking for one with the release potential. Now, that is obviously what I go through in my mentorship about order blocks that hold and so forth, that give us maximum potential of great profitability, right? Okay, so the entries were stacked here, and I'll show you the result of the trade. It is right here. So after 8 hours, live account, once again, our entries were made here. This was the result. You see, with just one trade, we've made an excess of $2,000, and that is just one trade. So if you've been following me, I always tell you that these things are simple and you do not have to trade every single day. If one trade can make you $2,000, right, with a zero drawdown entry, you will start realizing that it's more about precision. It's more about knowing what you're doing and looking for it so that you can make money in this game. You know, clear evidence that someone doesn't know how to trade, you find in a week they've placed 20 trades and so forth. That person will never be profitable in my eyes. unless maybe you're a scalper and you figured out how to do your things, but that doesn't really work in general. That's actually majority of traders. That's why, you know, you get majority of people not being able to withdraw money from the markets. All right. Okay. So this was the first trade, excess of 2,000 US dollars in one go, line of sensitivity. This is a concept that I've taught on this channel. Of course, there's other things that we go deep into detail in my mentorship. But in a nutshell, I'm just trying to prove to you that I'm giving you correct wisdom, right? Okay, so, and then I took on the 18th of January, that's Tuesday, once again, a trade on the step index. Let's look at what I was seeing. Okay, so once again on the H4, I saw that market structure was just basically downwards. You can definitely see that, you know, the impulsive candles are leaning towards the downward end, and the non-intentional candles are the ones going up. So this is a downtrending market, all right? So I remember the market was somewhere around here. So I started looking for an order block, right? And I spotted this order block. Okay, if you've not watched my video on order blocks, I suggest that you do so as well, because I explain what an order block is. But anyways, the quick explanation of what it is: there was this opposing candle followed by this impulsive move out, making this my order block region. But with this one, there was a liquidity trap involved. All right. I spotted these equal highs over here, and I realized that there's liquidity there. So what banks will do is that they'll need to take out this liquidity before they move down. You understand? So they need to take out this liquidity, their stop losses above here, before they shift the market down, because the trap is right here. One would have spotted this order block and tried to trade it, okay? And yes, it might have worked, but eventually you got stopped out because that's not the real move. You didn't spot the liquidity, right? So I have not talked about liquidity on my channel because that's only for my group members. My members are already complaining that I share too much. So the liquidity segment is really for my members, all right? Okay, so there was liquidity over here. Markets came into our H4 order block, and then we found an entry somewhere here. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the step index. All right. Okay, once again, let's zoom in. Live account, the H4 order block I'm talking about, the liquidity was spotted and the entry was made here. Let's move into the M5 time frame, and we analyze our entry, our zero drawdown entry. Remember, the entries are zero drawdown only. I do not tolerate drawdown. You want to maximize and make a lot of money, correct? All right, so I saw this order block on the M5 time frame, and price got back into it, and our entry was made right here, and we watched the market go. And look at the stop loss. You can see the stop loss. Basically, price did not even go into drawdown, right? And we were in profits. Okay, so that is the second trade that I took on the 18th of January. It was on the step index. All right, and then on the 19th of January, I took two trades on volatility 10 and volatility 25. Let's look at the volatility 10 trade. All right, so the volatility 10 trade was a basic reversal pattern, you know, which is our head and shoulder. All right, okay. So this is obviously a very profitable pattern. You know, with experience, you start spotting them on a daily basis, and even just when the market allows for it, and you'll be able to make a lot of money from them, all right? But what I liked about this head and shoulder pattern was it was at a key point of interest, right? This is a major selling order block on the daily time frame. So I realized that the market had to go down, but I waited for a pattern to form, all right? Because you see, whatever that was going on up here is manipulation and stop hands, right? So I was waiting for my conditions to be met, and guess what? I found this head and shoulder pattern. And where was my entry? Let's look to see. All right. Okay. So once again, here is the trade, live account, right? Head and shoulder pattern spotted. The entry was made here. Let's look at on the M5 how we got our zero drawdown entry, right? Okay. So right here, an order block was spotted at an excess price. So the thing is, when we enter, we don't just use any order block. You know, this, like I'm saying, is part of the mentorship. You know, we need to spot the ones that are going to give us the release, the full movement, so that price does not come back and we are just in profits the whole time. All right. So Yes, the order block was spotted right here and entry was made right here. As you can see, zero drawdown as well. Stops are just below stops are just above, and price moved downwards, right? Yes, and profits were made. Okay. And then my last trade of the week was V25. This was more of a scalp trade on the M30. This was basically an order flow one. If you have not watched my video on order flow, I suggest that you go and watch that video of order flow. All right. So the market had been coming with downward intention until order flow, downward trend, order flow was halted, right? Because this is a downtrend followed by an accumulation phase, right? So in the accumulation phase, we were looking for structure breaks and return to institutional candles. So for this entry, as you can see, I spotted this structure and price impulsively broke this structure over here. And the candle responsible for that break of structure is this IC candle right here that I've labeled, this institutional candle, and price got back in here. But I was not at my chart when price got back here, but I still managed to squeeze an entry right here. So the ideal entry would have been right over here, but I still managed to squeeze an entry here. And we followed through the trade and profits were made. So those are the only 4 trades that I took because I was also away from my chart. I was away from my chart for majority of the week. Plus, you don't have to trade all the time. As I mentioned to you, if one trade can make you $2,000, excess of $2,000 actually, why do you need to be in front of your charts on a daily basis? All right. Okay. So basically, because of people's requests, I have decided to open up a trade alert and setup group. All right. So in this group, I'll be providing market direction and where people should be taking their trades from, because I've realized that a common thing is that people don't even know when and where to be taking their trades. So I've decided to open up that platform. You can message me on WhatsApp for information on how to join. And I believe that would be really a tool. I mean, if you can have access to that group and you see where I'm telling you to take your trades, you can definitely become a standalone trader over time because you can see a pattern in what I'll be seeing as well. All right. And then my mentorship program is obviously still available. And one thing, guys, about my mentorship, you kind of need to schedule with me beforehand. All right. I'm not like all the other mentors. I've told you this. For me, this is not a money-making scheme. I want to help people reach financial freedom, which is a really big possibility with trading, right? So with my mentorship, I don't do batch mentorship, meaning I will never have 100 people on one Zoom call and I'm telling you that I'm mentoring you. That is not fair. My mentorship is only one-on-one because we need to diagnose your problem. I get many people that have been trading for a long time that simply can't withdraw money from the market. So I need one-on-one time with you so that I see how you look at the charts and we can diagnose the problem and we can help the situation. Now, imagine that if I'm mentoring you and you're 100 people, that defeats the purpose, right? Okay, so if you're interested in my mentorship, please hit me up on my WhatsApp and let me know. And you need to schedule it, check with me if I'm actually free, because obviously many people sign up beforehand and so forth. So if I'm free, I will take you in. If not, we will schedule you in for a later date, for later dates. All right. So for information regarding that, please let me know. And that's enough for me. I'll be back again with a video on more expertise on the markets and so forth. All right. Okay. So thank you so much and have a good one. Like, share, and subscribe. Ciao, guys.